How's it going? My name is Zach, and today is, I believe, day 6 of voiceover practice. I'm sorry for the delays in between uploads. I originally planned to do this every day, but I recently started college this past week, and just on top of getting everything ready and prepared for that, I've also just went and got a new vehicle, so I've been dealing with the headache of the frustrations of getting all that paperwork signed, going and getting that taken care of, and then, like I said, dealing with the whole college thing. I did look for some resources through some other script websites that I found, but I've not really found anything that seemed as natural as the scripts by Chris, so I'm actually going to go back to that document today. So I think I'm going to go back to comedy lines, and then maybe read a goofy wiki for my last one. Let's start again. So back to the comedy ones, we start with the genuine, heartfelt, and pleading. Sometimes people just grow apart. It doesn't mean either of them did anything wrong, and that love is often still there, but it's just not the same, and it hurts. But do you know what hurts worse? When you don't donate to Wikipedia. If everybody reading this donated just 45 cents, the price of one goldfish snack pack, we could buy so many goldfish snack packs. Thank you. Over the top, crazy announcer. I wish I could be a little bit louder, but man spray for manly men. Are you manly enough to take 500 cc's of pure stagma straight to those pathetic little pits? My arms have tripled in width thanks to the deaths and thanks to man spray. Now that's manly. Chauvinism Incorporated is not liable for chemical burns or any other bodily harm caused by man spray. Frustrated into genuine. Why do you always do this? Can't you just enjoy things? Your superhero name should be Complainer Man, because you always find something to complain about. Sure, our ship is on fire, and yeah, we're probably going to be stranded here for months, but look at the trees. Look at the sky. If you always focus on the awful, life-threatening situations we find ourselves in, you'll never be able to truly appreciate the beauty in life. Nervous and quick. Work for him. I've never even met the guy. Trust me, I would never get involved with such sketchy stuff. My mom always told me that I'm a good egg, and that I shouldn't get scrambled up with rotten ones. Those are words to live by, and to live by them I have. I even used to have a doormat that said good egg, and it was shaped like an egg, but somebody stole it, so now I have one that says wipe your dang feet. That's only because I couldn't find another good egg one. I promise. Happy. Well, golly. Nobody's ever called me a hero before. They've called me a lot of other things, but most of them were not very nice words. Arrogant. Hey you, bring me a very round rock. Hey you, bring me a very round rock to match my very round muscles. If you do, I'll flex for you twice. Here's a little preview. Impressive, right? Alright. Senile and insulting. You'd be a fool to go out there. Why am I doing it like that? You'd be a fool to go out there. I mean, look at yourself. You're softer than a bowl of oatmeal. And not including the bowl, of course, just the squishy oatmeal part. I don't really know if that was even elderly or senile. Reminiscent into sadness, anger. It was the first day of 3rd grade. I made a joke during introductions. I introduced myself as Nunya. Nunya business. Miss Byer laughed. You're going to be the class clown, aren't you? She said. And from that moment on, I knew my purpose for the last 23 years. I've dedicated myself to comedy, to the ancient... God, can I talk tonight? And from that moment on, I knew my purpose. For the last 23 years, I've dedicated myself to comedy, to the ancient, sacred duties of the clown. but it was all for naught. I've come to discover that nobody wants clever political commentary. Nobody wants wit and wordplay. Nobody wants a clown of class. All they want is physical comedy, the lowest, most base form of humor. So it is with a heavy heart that I hang up my wicked nose, and with it, I hang up my dreams. Oh, enthusiastic upbeat. Thneed season is upon us, and everybody needs a thneed. So what are you waiting for? Grab your family, grab your neighbor, grab your dog. Grab everybody and come down to Thneeds R Us. Still know what a thneed is. Energetic news anchor-esque. Greetings and welcome to Galax Tea, your source for all piping hot tea that's been spilled across the galaxy. Our first story tonight, Pluto. Is it really a planet, or is it something far more sinister? A leaked conversation between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk might point to the latter. In the 32-minute audio recording, you can hear the two men laughing after referencing a Plutonian surveillance system. Have these bigwigs been secretly spying on us from space? Is that why I've been getting ads for hemorrhoid cream despite never searching for it? The world may never know for certain. That's all the time we have for tonight, but be sure to join us tomorrow when we discuss Saturn. Are its rings really made of cheese? The answer may shock you. Zachary, signing off. Exasperated disbelief. Did you tweet this? Yo, Helen Keller was bad AF? You can't say that. This is the third reckless tweet this week. PR is gonna kill me. Cheerful into threatening. Here at Pizza Hut HQ, we've been getting a lot of feedback recently. People are saying that we've been cheaping out. Less cheese, smaller pizzas, using less meat on the meat sweats. Supreme. Shit. Alright, I'm just restarting this. Here at Pizza Hut HQ, we've been getting a lot of feedback recently. People are saying that we've been cheapening out. Less cheese, smaller pizzas, using less meat on the meat sweets. Why do I keep saying sweets? Using less meat on the meat sweats, Supreme, and so on. I'm just going to restart one more time. Here at Pizza Hut HQ, we've been getting a lot of feedback recently. People are saying that we've been cheaping out. Less cheese, smaller pizzas, using less meat on the meat sweats, Supreme, and so on. Believe me, we've heard your concerns, but we've chosen to ignore them. I mean, seriously, what are you going to go do? Order Papa John's? Don't make me laugh. You going to call up that Little Caesars? Go ahead. You'll come crawling right back, just like they all do. You know why? Because nobody can out Pizza the Hut. You hear me? Nobody. There, that was a lot better. Third time's a charm. Mocking and exclaiming. Don't be such a wimp. Ghosts are about as real as IRS audits. I haven't paid my taxes in years, and I am A-okay. And like I said last time, I do pay my taxes. Alright. Let's go supporting characters lines. Do this one and then we'll call it a night. Shady, sly, or eccentric. I can get you just about anything, including things that are hard to come by, if you catch my drift. So tell me, what are you looking for? I can get you just about anything, including things that are hard to come by, if you catch my drift. So tell me, what are you looking for? Border, grumpy, sarcastic. Let me guess. You're here to fight the Archmage. No, I'm not going to stop you. I only get paid 15 copper a day. You go right on ahead. Have a blast. Let me guess. You're here to fight the Archmage. No, I'm not going to stop you. I only get paid 15 coppers a day, so you go right on ahead. Have a blast. Stoic and serious. Of course, stealing is wrong. No thief will deny it. But believe me, I'd do much worse than steal to put food in my kid's stomach if I needed to. Morals don't pay the bills. Protective, fierce. Let me make this very clear. I don't care who you are. If you ever so much as look at them ever again, you're going to need a whole lot more than a few guards to protect yourselves from me. Wish I could be a little bit louder, but it's like literally 1:20 in the morning. Stern but caring. You were in the mountains again, weren't you? I told you not to go there alone. Look, I know you can handle yourself, but there are so many things that can go wrong. I just don't want you to get hurt. You were in the mountains again, weren't you? I told you not to go there alone. Look, I know you can handle yourself, but there are so many things that can go wrong. I just don't want you to get hurt. Disgust and bewilderment. Wait. You're suggesting we team up with him? No. No way. Absolutely not. There's not enough gold in the multiverse. Oh, sorry. There's not enough gold in the multiverse to convince me to work with such a bop doodle. It's a real word. Look it up. Serious, intense, energetic, performative. You guys go in. I'll take care of the guards. It's showtime. Hello, Blackgate Prison. I'm Zach, and I'm your entertainment for tonight. So, kick back, relax, look away from the security cameras, and get ready for some musical comedy. Genuine impressed. Alright, I'll admit it. This is way better than my recipe. What did you use in this sauce? And that little hint of sweetness on the bacon? Ugh. I could just die happy right now. Like that one. Alright, I'll admit it. This is way better than my recipe. What did you use in the sauce? And that little hint of sweetness on the bacon? Ugh. I could die happy right now. Extreme excitement, heartfelt. Wait. Are you serious? Like, no joking. Cross your heart, pinky promise, serious. That's amazing. I knew they'd pick your painting. I knew it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Something like that. Alright, we're at 13. Let's go to my favorite part of this. Let's go to Wikipedia right here. In the memory of Jay Schlatt there, the Treaty of Versailles. Not to be confused with the Little Treaty of Versailles. This is about the World War I peace treaty. The Treaty of Versailles was a peace treaty signed on 28th of June 1919 as the most important treaty of World War I. It ended the state of war between Germany and most of the Allied powers. It was signed in the Palace of Versailles, exactly 5 years after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which led to the war. The other Central Powers on the German side signed separate treaties, although the Armistice of 11 November 1918 ended the actual fighting and agreed certain principles and conditions, including the payment of Although the Armistice of November 11, 1918 ended the actual fighting and agreed certain principles and conditions, including the payment of reparations, it took 6 months of Allied negotiations at the Paris Peace Conference to conclude the peace treaty. Germany was not allowed to participate in the negotiations before signing the treaty. But, yeah, that's pretty much where I wanted it. Just as like a little reference to Jay Schlatt there. Kind of a goofy thing that he did a long time ago, like, I don't know, 3 years ago now, probably. But, yeah, whoop, hypnose. But, yeah, we'll try to find some more resources to read. If anybody knows of any, wants to recommend, I'd be happy to do it instead of reading these over and over. I would really love some new scripts that aren't super boring to read. Like, these are at least interesting. So I would appreciate anything I can get. Again, my name is Zach. This is day 6, I believe. Thank you guys. Have a good one.